I saw that white people are bad, white people are angry. And I began to ask myself, I thought this is what you guys literally wanted. I thought this is what you guys always wish for or crave for. I thought at the end of the day, you guys do not literally want Black Americans to show up in anything. Because if they do show up, you guys are literally not going to vote for them or give them your support. And at the end of the day, you guys got what you wanted. And what is happening? What is happening? I'm still surprised that people can get what they want and still have the mind to start complaining. But anyways, let's get into this video because every single thing is starting to fall apart. But just look at their reaction. Credit belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And for disclaimers, this is just my own opinion, okay? Not to insult anyone, not to fight anyone, not to even brag. With that being said, welcome to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And let's dive right into this video and let me know your honest opinion in the comment section. Let's go watch, guys.
Zohran Mamdani just got sworn in as mayor of New York City, the first Muslim Socialist Democrat mayor of New York City. But he didn't get sworn in the way that you would have think. He got sworn in, not on a Bible, on a Quran. In America. Let's read some of the surahs that he swore in on. This is going to be Surah 6, which is the cattle. That's the title of this surah, and it's section 5, consequences of rejection, and it's verse 42 through 44. And indeed we sent messengers to nations before thee, then we seized them with distress and affliction, that they might humble themselves. Yet why did they not, when our punishment came to them, humble themselves? But their hearts hardened, and the devil made all that they did seem fair to them. Then, when they neglected that which they had been admonished, we opened for them the gates of all things, until when they rejoiced in that which they were given, we seized them suddenly, and lo, they were in utter despair. He's talking about infidels. This Quran is talking about infidels, Christians, and Jews. Here's one more. It's just 49. It's a couple of verses later. And as for those who reject our messages, chastisement will afflict them because they transgressed. And of course, who can forget Surah 9:5? So when the sacred months have passed, slay the idolaters wherever you find them, and take them captive, and besiege them, and lie in wait for them in every ambush. Let's go to 9:13. Will you not fight a people who broke their oaths and aimed at the expulsion of the messenger, and they attacked you first? We didn't attack you first, by the way. Allah has more right that you should fear him. 14. Fight them. Allah will chastise them at your hands and bring them to disgrace, and assist you against them, and relieve the hearts of a believing people. This is the book that the new mayor of New York City swore on, in the same city that was hit with one of the largest Islamic extremist attacks, terror attacks, in American history.
Holy Gotham City, Batman. Zohran Mamdani, a Muslim, is New York City's new mayor, and he was sworn in on a Quran. How do you back the United States Constitution with a Quran and those beliefs? This is a Christian country. Like, this, what the fuck, New York? It blows my mind that there really is a new generation of people that don't know what the fuck happened in 9/11. Because I remember it vividly. I was in middle school when that shit happened. I'll never forget my teacher bringing in the TV in class, and I watched the Twin Towers burn to the ground. And I couldn't believe anything was happening because I was so young. And I saw my teacher crying. We really have Zohran Mamdani as New York City's mayor. I don't know, New York, this is what you voted for. Never forget.
I would like to formally congratulate every white liberal living in New York City that voted for their very own destruction. You got it. You wanted it. It's here. Jan 1st, sworn in. Now, y'all thought y'all were about to get Zohran Mamdani, your friendly neighborhood democratic socialist, for the people. What y'all about to realize real soon is that you got Koran Mamdani. That's right. Koran Mamdani. That's him right there. And let's just say he's coming with a different energy, a different agenda. Let's just say that the people he represents, well, it's not the people who got him in. At least not all of them, if you catch what I'm throwing. There's people who definitely wanted him in, but y'all ain't a part of the plan. Oh, and for anybody who thinks I'm being quote unquote Islamophobic by labeling the man Koran Mamdani, the man literally swore into office with 2 Korans or however it is you want to say it. 2 of them.
Y'all, I'm ashamed at this point to live in a country that lets this stuff happen. Ashamed of the complacency, ashamed of people falling for the lie that regression like this is actually progress. This isn't progress. He just named this guy as chief counsel in New York City 24 years after 9/11. And while making the announcement, he said this regarding homeless veterans.
My sincere hope is that New Yorkers who have long felt on the margins of this city, the homeless veteran straining to survive, the patient searching for the care that they need, an immigrant trying to get by, will feel that they now have leaders in their corner who understand their struggles and care to fight for them. That is the city I want.
Why do you think the homeless veterans ended up homeless veterans? What do you think they signed up to fight? And what do you think they signed up to fight for? Well, that's right. And now we're just going to let this happen. We're just going to let this guy be sworn in. There were multiple reasons why Mamdani should have been, frankly, kicked right off the ballot. There are, frankly, several reasons why he shouldn't really even be in this country. We're just going to let that go. We keep letting everything go as we spiral down into this pit of complacency where nobody in this country seems to have a voice or representation anymore. Mamdani won because people allowed him to stay on the ballot. He won because of high voter turnout amongst non-native born Americans, but remarkably low voter turnout amongst people who were born here. Because, frankly, we've been trained. We've been trained into understanding that no matter what we do, nobody's ever going to really help or change the situation. In fact, it's probably going to go the opposite direction. Where I live, residents can't even manage to fight off these developers coming in from out of state and building these giant compounds in our own neighborhoods, these mixed-use residential and retail complexes. Why? Because the number of people who are protesting and trying to do anything about it is getting smaller and smaller, while the number of people who are profiting from it and who have power is getting bigger and bigger. Somehow nothing exemplifies this entire phenomenon of ineffectual, emasculated Americanness more than this in New York City, where the wolves are being celebrated for being elected to lead the lambs. This is one of the most shameful moments in American history, and I really wish more people would say it out loud.
So Zoran Mamdani took his oath, and he took his oath by placing his hand on the Quran. And for most liberals, they're not going to care. They're going to say, hey, this is not a big deal. Do not look at this. Do not be Islamophobic. And why is this even important? But to the people who actually study religion, who have actually read the Quran, who have actually been paying attention, they know that everything inside that book, inside their Bible, does not represent the views of Americans. It's very anti-American. It's very anti-woman. It's very anti-everything that we stand for. And so now the thing is that Americans are going to have to watch and see just how radicalized Zoran Mamdani really is. He's already a self-proclaimed socialist, and we've known that with the studies throughout history, socialism has never worked. Had it worked, there would be tons of examples, there would be reasons to actually apply this, but the truth is that it has absolutely never worked, and as a matter of fact, anybody that's ever applied socialism has failed miserably. And when I say failed miserably, I mean the collapse of absolute society has happened under socialism. So today we watch this happen, and now we have to watch and see what it's going to look like in the future. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be good.
Hey y'all, hey. The New York City mayor just got sworn in and placed his hand and took his oath on the Quran instead of the Bible.
Hey y'all, hey. I'm sitting in my car. Oh, we're not just stating facts, we're making a point, because I don't know what your point was. You know what Donald Trump put his hand on? Jack shit. He didn't even touch the Bible because it probably would have burned his little sausage fingers off. So what are we talking about? Is there anything that says you have to put your hand on a Bible? No, there isn't. So what? Zohran Mamdani put his hand and was sworn in on the Quran. Is that big of a deal to you guys? This is not a Christian nation. Donald Trump is supposedly a Christian man, and he wouldn't even touch the Bible. At his inauguration, did you have a problem with that? No, you only have a problem with what Zohran Mamdani did because he's Muslim, because he's not your white Christian man, because you have a prejudice against him. And I am hoping and praying, because he is going to have so many haters, so many people who are going to want to see him fail. And I want nothing more than Mamdani to take New York to the next level and to succeed so wildly so that this sets a template and a format going forward for the Democratic Party and elections overall.
The MAGA snowflakes are losing their minds over Zohran Mamdani swearing in on a Quran. He was inaugurated yesterday. The inauguration was great. It was very hopeful, very celebratory. It was beautiful. And yeah, he swore in on a Quran. He's Muslim. We elected our first Muslim mayor. We, the people who live in New York City, are cool with this. All of you MAGA snowflakes in like Alabama and Arkansas and whatever, complaining about this, calling this the downfall of New York City, saying this will bring Sharia law here. Sharia law from the guy whose wife doesn't even wear a hijab. Okay. This doesn't even have anything to do with you. This is a democratic process. We live here. We voted. We're cool with it. MAGA just makes things up to be angry about. They just live in a different reality, you know? Because nowhere in the Constitution does it say you have to swear in on a Bible. Doesn't say that. You know, it is in the Constitution, freedom of religion. You don't even have to swear out on a book. Roosevelt didn't have a book. There was a congressman who used a comic book. My mom, a school board official, Karen Smith, she swore in on a stack of banned books because she's a badass. And MAGA was really angry about that too. They're just very, very over emotional, and they're really having a lot of temper tantrums today.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I wanted to give a shout out to Nick Shirley. Man, oh man, what a job well done. Seriously. I think he inspired a lot of people, and I really think that we as Americans, as citizens, we need to start taking matters into our own hands, because the media is not going to do it. I mean, did you guys watch how CNN, instead of investigating the child care facilities, they were interrogating Nick Shirley today? How pathetic. They will do anything. They're like puppets. They are puppets that just do as they're told by these Democrats. It is so sad and so scary. And after everything, that is how they come out. I mean, this just tells us, like, seriously, we must do it, because they will not. They will not. That's first of all. Second of all, so I'm literally just reading the news, and I feel sick, because I'm reading that Mr. Zohran Mamdani is going to be sworn in tomorrow using the Quran. What the hell is going on? I mean, what the hell is going on? How is that even okay? How is that even okay that he's allowed to use the Quran to be sworn in as a mayor for New York? I just don't know. I just don't know. Between the Somalians, do we see a pattern here of the people that are wreaking havoc around the world? Around the world, they're wreaking havoc. And everybody is so scared and so petrified to say anything, because you're going to be called an Islamophobe, you're going to be called a racist, you're going to be called... We need to start protecting our country, protecting our own, and stop worrying about people's feelings. Because people's feelings, worrying so much about that is why we are where we are today. They are literally taking over everything. Everything. The amount of money that was stolen from people that actually need it is nauseating. And that is just in Minnesota. I told you yesterday that Tim Walz and Ilhan Omar and you're going to see every state. California is probably even bigger than Minnesota, the fraud that's over there. It's going to be one by one. And any place there's a Democrat running it, and I'm not saying that Republicans aren't guilty. I'm sure they are. I'm sure there are a lot of, thieves from this side. But when it comes down to it, all the cities that are run by Democrats and the states that are run by Democrats, just going to garbage. It's all fraud. It's all fraud. And it makes you wonder, when, thank God she didn't get elected. Can you imagine if Kamala Harris was our president today? Lord have mercy on our souls. Lord have mercy. Out of all people in the entire world to choose for a vice president, she chooses Tim Walz. Why? And then a day later, they get $35 million into their slush fund. Where did that come from? That was like the largest contribution. What? How does that even happen? How does that even happen? There is something larger going on that it's going to come out, but something on a scale like we've never seen before. And little by little, it's being uncovered state by state. And I just saw something yesterday, some other kid who took the initiative and also started going door to door in Ohio, also started uncovering the same exact thing. And it's crazy. I was watching PBD podcast, love him, and he had Nick Shirley on. I should all watch it. It was great. And this woman that I guess she went viral, pleading, saying, Nick Shirley, please, if you see this message, please come to Ohio. The same thing is going on. Like, we're going to hear state by state. It's insane. It's insane. But I find it very disturbing that tomorrow, I find it disturbing, that Zoran Mamdani is going to be the mayor, that he takes office starting tomorrow. Kiss New York goodbye is all I'm going to say. And that he's being sworn on the Quran. I'm sorry. I pray that this happens one day, but I don't think that anybody that is not born in the United States should not be running for anything in office. Nothing. If you are not an American citizen, born American citizen, you should not be running for any office. Not a mayor, not a governor, not a senator, nothing. Because you know what? You do not swear allegiance to this country. You swear allegiance to another one. I don't care. I don't care. And we see that with Ilhan Omar. We see that with all these senators and all these Congress people that are not born here. They don't care for the United States. They just want to see it fall. That's what it's all about. Anyway, tomorrow, I know I mentioned it last week, bringing up J.D. Vance, but I dug a little deeper, and I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. He is not who he says he is. He's manufactured. I'm telling you, he's manufactured, and it has to do with Peter Thiel. He's in office because of Peter Thiel and towards the end Tucker Carlson. But I am telling you that he is not who he says he is. He's full of crap. Okay? And it's pretty damn scary how people are elevating him, and he just look it up. Look up when you finish watching this video, just for kicks. Okay? And I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow. But just Search J.D. Vance Peter Thiel or J.D. Vance Palantir Peter Thiel. And just watch how he got into office. I mean, where'd he come from? We never heard of him. And you're telling me the guy with no political career makes it to Senator of Ohio and then 2 years later is vice president? How the hell did that happen? That doesn't happen. And it happened for a reason and because of a reason. And Tucker Carlson has a lot to do with it, but Peter Thiel, he's the number one guy. And he's evil, I'm sorry. This guy is a psychopath. Psycho! I mean, all the contracts with the CIA are with him. I mean, they all contract him. So surveillance has to do with Peter Thiel. I am telling you, it's effed up. Anyway, just wanted to check in. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. Happy New Year, everybody. This is going to be an interesting 2026. Get ready for it.
Comment reads, and he took the oath on the Quran, which is unbelievable. Actually, what would be more unbelievable is if Zohran Mamdani had taken the oath of office on the Bible, because he is a proud Muslim man, so why would he take the oath of office on a religious text that doesn't apply to him? Article 6, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution states that there will be no religious test to hold office. So there goes your other one. You don't actually even have to swear oath of office on a religious text. It just needs to be something that is meaningful to you. Theodore Roosevelt didn't swear in on anything because there was no time. His predecessor had been assassinated, so they were moving quick. There was Representative Garcia swore in on a copy of the #1 Superman. It was loaned to him by the Library of Congress. He also had his citizenship papers and a picture of his parents who had passed away from COVID in 2020. There was an ambassador who swore in on the Kindle. It had the U.S. Constitution open on it. There have been people who swear on the Constitution, on law books, on the Quran. I think the first person ever to swear in to office on the Quran was in 2007. This is not new. You guys are just being told to be mad about it now. Anyways, Happy New Year, everybody.
So you mean to tell me y'all mad because Zohran Mamdani used a Quran for his swearing in? What difference does it make versus it was a Bible or a Quran? Donald Trump placed his whole hand on the Bible and he governs nothing like Jesus would. He walks nothing like Jesus would. Jesus is nothing in the way he deals out policy. Jesus is nothing in his rhetoric. Jesus is nowhere in his wanting peace. Jesus is nowhere in him denying children food or child care funding. Jesus is nowhere in the policy when you just go to a whole nother country and get the blowing shit up because you think they drug trafficking. But you tripping on Zohran Mamdani using a Quran. And another thing, America is not a Christian nationalist country. You use the Bible as a prop. Most Republicans, they claim scripture from the Bible, but how many of them are actually reading the Bible? Because if they did, they will understand that the way Jesus said that we should be is nothing like they are. So let's get off of Zohran Mamdani and his use of a Quran. He's a Muslim, for God's sakes. The people elected him in. Was he supposed to use a Bible? Putting your hand on a book of religion when you're being sworn in America is a theatrics for ceremonial purposes only. We have yet to see anything close to Jesus on the Republican side being sworn in by the Bible. Let's be frank, let's be clear. From the top down, from the president to the vice president, down to the fucking House representatives. Okay, so let's get off of Zohran Mamdani. The man is in office. He was sworn in today. He used the Quran. So what? Trump used the Bible, and he is nothing like Jesus. So let's not take this stupidity shit into 2026. We are all different. God made us all different. Some of us are Christians, some are Muslims, some are Hindu. We all have a religion. America is a diverse country, and we try to keep church and state separated. There's no specific rule that says you need to be a Christian and to be sworn in, you need to use the Bible. No, it's theatrics. Donald Trump placed his hand on the Bible when he was sworn in.
Anyways, welcome back. And thank you so much for watching all of that video. Yeah. You know, one thing I always know that people always do is to practically wish for something, and at the end of the day, they get upset when that particular thing is coming. I didn't really stitch more of this white folks video that were literally 100% complaining why Mandani have to sworn in or swear in with the Quran. And I was asking myself question, what were you guys actually wishing him to swear in with? Should he have used the Bible? Because like a lot of people have said, even the orange man that literally used the Bible to sworn in, right now he is not even acting as one. He is acting as another thing that we do not even know. Like he is literally giving them the vibes that they so deserve because they literally voted for this, because they literally subscribed to this. But for a Muslim man coming out to do his campaign, you should automatically know that this person is a Muslim. And literally because he is a Muslim, if he is swearing in, he will be doing that as a Muslim. He will literally not be doing that to swear in with Bible just because he want to please you. Mandani has been one person that has literally been proud to be a Muslim. And trust me, I do not have anything against Muslims, and I do not have anything against Mandani. I have something against people that knew that this was actually how American system is being built, according to some of the videos that I've watched. Oh, American system is not built on Muslim and Christian. It is just a predominantly Christian country. But you knew that a Muslim was coming to do campaign. And I saw that in some of the clips that are actually attached, there are some part of the constitution that literally do not stand against any religion coming out to take any position. And you guys saw it, you voted, you choose. And at the end of the day, it was time for him to do his I pledge to my country. And he pledged and he sworn in to do his best with the Quran. And you people are mad. White folks are mad. White folks are mad. See, I've said it, there is literally nothing you would do to please some of these white folks. Like, there is nothing you would do. Because if they should literally see a black American person out there, they'll be like, we don't need to vote for this person. What does this person knows about America? Forgetting that these same people are the only people that can tell you guys the truth. These same people are the only people that can literally show you guys the front from the back from the front. But at the end of the day, I wish you guys do not literally complain. You guys should enjoy the moment, enjoy what you voted for. And I feel like Mandani is going to try his possible best to do a lot of things for them. For the fact that they actually voted him in, he has already literally been showing himself as, this is who I am. There is nothing we can do about it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section about all of this. Do you think that Mandani shouldn't have sworn in with the Quran? Should he have used the Bible despite the fact that this man is literally a Muslim? Do you think that what he did is absolutely right? Because for someone like me, I'm a Christian. If I want to sworn in into anything, I'm going to be using the Bible. But he is a Muslim, so Kalsi demands that if he's going to sworn in with anything, he is definitely going to use the Quran. So a lot of white folks making a hell out of this, I really do not understand where their problem is coming from. And as at this point, this is the time where black people need to sit down, look at them, and just tell them enjoy the moment. So you do not need to stress yourself basically as a black person. Enjoy and let me know what you honestly think. Like I said, credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And this is just me giving my own opinion for disclaimers. This is not me coming here to condemn anybody. We do not support any form of violence here. And yes, guys, thank you so much for staying stick and hook me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for joining my membership. Thank you so much for super thanks. I really do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah. But let me know your honest opinion and your thoughts in the comment section. I will be waiting. Bye for now.